Hi, everybody. I'm Alyce-Kay from SufferingWell, and we're going to talk about another benefit of praying the Stations of the Cross. But first, I want to just tell you about an invitation, an opportunity that we have for you. We at SufferingWell are going to be offering a series of webinars for 6 weeks during Lent, which is coming up very soon now. It'll start February 19th. It'll be 8 p.m. Eastern, and if you have any problems figuring out what time that would be for you, just let us know, and one of us will get into the comments and let you know what time it is. But it's going to go for 6 weeks, and we're going to be praying the Stations of the Cross. We're not just focusing on praying the Stations of the Cross. We're going to study about them. We're going to really look at each of the Stations of the Cross, and actually also the first 3 sorrowful mysteries, because those lead up to the Stations of the Cross, so that we can individually then be able to really meditate on those effectively. We want to talk about what happened in each of those stations, what lessons we can learn from that, and share with each other. We want you to help contribute to that if you're able to. If you are shy and you don't want to have your picture up and you don't want to say anything, that is totally fine. But I think that we get a lot from discussing things with each other. And so we'll be able to share ideas with each other about what these mysteries and stations mean to us, and we can benefit each other that way. It'll be an hour long, and in the second hour, which is optional, if you want to stay for that, we will answer any questions that you have at all. If we don't know the answer, we'll find out. So anyway, I wanted to invite you to that, and the information is linked below. So go ahead and do that. All you have to do to register, and you do need to register because we're not recording this, it's going to be on Zoom, and it'll be a relatively small group. We still have a little bit of space, so you can still sign up, but just email us so that we can email you the invitation to Zoom, and we will have different resources throughout the week that we'll send to you. We will not keep your email address beyond this webinar unless you ask us to. So we're not going to use it for anything else or give it to anybody else or sell it to anybody else or anything like that. This is just so that we can communicate with you during the course of Lent and these 6 webinars. So anyway, yeah, all the information is below. The one thing that I do want to say is that in that video, I said that it was 2003. It's 2023, which you probably know, but just in case that messes anybody up, I did want to tell you. Okay, so the benefit that I wanted to talk about today about praying the Stations of the Cross is that it actually can draw us into much more effective and deeper prayer. And what do I mean by that? A lot of times we don't really know what to pray, and a lot of times our prayers are kind of surfacey, they're what we want and stuff like that. If we want to have a really, really deep relationship with God, then Jesus is the best model of that. He's the best model of how we can talk to God. For example, he gave us the Lord's Prayer or the Our Father. But also we can see examples in the way that he prayed when he was suffering, beginning with the Garden of Gethsemane, which is the first sorrowful mystery that we'll be talking about on Sunday the 19th. We can see from the way that he prayed for others and the way that he turned himself over to his Father. Into thy hands I commend my spirit. We can learn from those how we can pray so that we can have a deeper relationship with God. I wanted to tell you about something else too that is related to this. I was just talking with a friend today about a temptation that I'm really struggling with, and I was asked, how are you dealing with that effectively? Because obviously I've tried lots of different things, and some have been effective and some haven't. And the most effective thing for me has been a result of those sorrowful mysteries and the Stations of the Cross. And that's why I want to tell you about this. When I am faced with a really, really overwhelming temptation, I try to shut everything else out. Sometimes I'm tempted and I give in to this to use something else to distract me. And that's not necessarily bad. It can be very effective as long as it's not a sin that you're using to distract you. But I have found this to be even more effective and really, really powerful in my life, is that when I'm tempted by this, I just go where I can be alone and I close my eyes and I just think of Jesus on the cross. And I imagine myself pressing my forehead onto his feet. And sometimes I'll even like press my head, so I kind of feel it. And just doing that, it's like, first of all, I know that he died for that sin that I'm struggling with. And secondly, I just feel like there's a grace that comes from that, a grace that comes from pressing into the Lord, almost literally, um, and really, really focusing on him and asking him to help me with that, and just saying, Jesus, I need your strength. I need your strength, because that's what he died for. He died to give that to us. And I've just found that to be very, very helpful. So I wanted to share that with you. I was encouraged to share that, and that might be helpful to some of you. But that was a direct result of last year meditating on the Stations of the Cross and the Sorrowful Mysteries. So again, you are absolutely welcome to join us. You do need to register, and I've already said all that. So look below at the link for that, and I hope to see you on Sunday. Love you all. Bye-bye.